Hello students, in the last class, chapter 5 Fundamental Rights and Duties, you have learnt about what is a constitution and Indian constitution. So once again, I am repeating few points that constitution is a set of fundamental principles according to which a state or an organization is governed, and our Indian Constitution was enforced on 26th January 1950, and the preamble, what is preamble? The preamble is the introduction to the Constitution, and you have learnt all these preamble, what preamble describes about the sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. I have explained you in the last class all these. So today we will read fundamental rights and directive principles and fundamental duties. So first of all, start from the fundamental rights. So all you know, students, that all our Indian citizens have some fundamental rights. It is in our constitution. So Indian constitution grants some basic rights to all citizens regardless of their caste, religion, gender or color. Means no discrimination is made about caste, religion or gender. Gender means man or woman. So all the peoples of our country rights let people live peacefully in harmony with one another. So they are seeking some fundamental rights, that there is no discrimination of the caste, religion and gender. Now we will read these all 6 fundamental rights. Now see, first of all, right to equality. All Indians are treated equally by the Indian government and the law. Means government in the eye or in front of the eye of government, nobody is unequal, or everybody is equal among all. No discriminations are made about caste, creed or color. All will get equal rights. Then right to freedom means we can express our opinions without fear. We can travel to all parts of the country and we can join the profession of our choice. So we are free to express anything. We can travel to any part of our country and we can choose our own profession of our choice. Nobody can force to choose that you have to do this or you will go there or anything. Everybody is free to do. Now next is right to freedom of religion. We are free to follow our religion. Means nobody can force that you have to follow this or that religion. Everybody is free to follow any religion. Now next is right to culture and education. Here right to culture provides people the right to follow their lifestyle, and the right to education gives right to every child under the age of 14 to have education. Every child who is of under the age of 14 has the right to get education, and they are follow to their lifestyle. Means they can follow their lifestyle. No enforcement is there. Now here right to constitutional remedies. Now here see, we are free to exercise our fundamental rights. No one can stop us from doing so. Means we can have all our fundamental rights, and no one can stop us from doing so. If someone stops you to exercise their fundamental rights, so you have the right to go to a court and to get a legal help. So these are our fundamental rights. Now next topic is fundamental duties. As we are having our fundamental rights, so we have some fundamental duties also. So what are these? Say, rights and duties go hand in hand. This is not that we are having the fundamental rights, we don't have any duties. We have to follow some duties also. Now, what are their duties towards the country, the society, and the fellow citizens? So, these are the fundamental duties. What are they? See, the fundamental duties are mentioned. What are? See, first is we must respect our constitution and follow the rules laid down by the constitution. Means whatever rules are given in the constitution, we have to respect and we have to follow these rules. Next is we must respect our national flag, national anthem, and national emblem. These things we must respect: our national flag, our national anthem, and our national emblem. Whenever you see a national flag in hosting, we salute, and whenever hear our national anthem, we stand straight and show respect. In the same way, national emblem also we are respecting. So these are our duties. Then we must cooperate with the government in keeping peace in the country. It is our duty also to cooperate with the government to keep peace. Then next is we must not damage the national property. There are so many national property like bus stand, park, railway stations, and public places. So we have to, these things, what are the national property, we must not damage. That this is a national thing, this is a public thing, that we should protect these, not to damage. Then next is we must not cause harm to the environment. Then this is also important. So we have to save our environment, our trees, water, everything we have to protect. Then next is we must respect the religions of others, and we should respect the religions, whatever religions, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christianity, we should respect other religions also. Then next is we must respect the rights of others, and what others' rights also we should respect. So these are the fundamental duties we should follow. All the citizens of country should follow these fundamental duties. Now next is directive principles. What is this directive principles? It is to make sure that the ideas of the preamble are put into practices. The constitution has certain guidelines or instructions to help the government, and these are called the directive principles. So it helps for the welfare of the people. Now what are these? First, the state government shall provide better living conditions to all citizens. So it is the duties of a government to provide all our citizens a better living condition. Then next, the state government should make sure that everyone gets proper employment. So it is also in the directive principles that the government should see that make sure that everyone gets proper employment. Next is the state government should provide free and compulsory education to all children. So all the children below the age of 14 years should get free education. So this is the third point. Then here, the state government should ensure that no one becomes rich by exploiting others, and the government is seeing that nobody is exploiting others to become rich. It is a duty to see that no one can exploit the weaker section. Next, the state government should do everything possible to improve the conditions of the weaker sections of the society, especially those belonging to the scheduled tribes and scheduled caste. So, special treatments are given to these scheduled tribes and the scheduled caste, and so government are seeing that weaker sections are going up and their conditions are becoming better. So these were all about the directive principles. So I hope students, you all have understood this. So read the chapter once again, all this Constitution, Indian Constitution, fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principles. Okay, go through the video again and understand it properly. Thank you.